Will do.
Welcome back to the Diversity in Aquatics 2018 conference here on South Beach in Miami, and people have come out in a big way, everybody who's anybody in the field of aquatics and who's certainly interested in diversity and drown prevention. I don't want to put too much emphasis on drown prevention because I want to also emphasize the beauty of swimming and knowing how to swim for fun. Okay? So you can participate in a lot of things. Sometimes we get so bogged down, as a swimming instructor, we get so bogged down in talking about drowning, scaring people to death, man. Jesus Christ. Let's don't scare everybody. Hey, go have some fun. She didn't drown. I didn't drown. It's highly unlikely that you would actually drown if you follow some safety rules and you learn how to swim and you just experience all that water out there, right?
Absolutely.
Let's get to know who this charming young lady is. This is Maritza. She is an Olympian, a medal winner, the first African-American female to medal in the Olympics or to even swim in the Olympics, right?
Yep, make the U.S. Olympic swim team.
Maritza, so I won't mess this up. Tell us a little bit about you, some of those accomplishments. I don't want to mess it up, but I want to make sure our audience know who's sitting here.
Right. So I'm Maritza McClendon. I'm a 2004 Olympic silver medalist, first woman of color to make a U.S. Olympic swim team. I'm a world record holder, former American record holder, and 27-time All-American for college, and former graduate from University of Georgia.
Okay, I won't hold that against you.
Absolutely love swimming.
Roll Tide,
I can go on.
Roll Tide.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be so much fun, people. Maritza is so cool. She's also a member of the board of directors for Diversity in Aquatics. Right. And tonight at the gala, we will unveil for the first time your award, the Maritza Award.
Yep.
Maritza, give your full name.
Maritza McClendon.
That's right.
Yeah.
That award would be presented to a person who has done what?
Basically, someone who's done a great accomplishment in swimming, whether it's for a competitive swimming portion of it or it's for the community. We want to know those athletes that are giving back to the community as well as those that are swimming fantastic in competitive swimming.
Mm-hmm. One of the wonderful things I like about you is that after you made all your success in aquatics, you stayed in the field. You are still educating. You are still providing opportunities for people. And one of the organizations that you partner with is a Greek letter sorority that you're a member of. Let's plug in Sigma Gamma Rho.
Yes.
And of course, I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma. So, and Sigma Gamma Rho has really embraced you and your movement. Let's talk about what you guys are doing, women of color and Sigma Gamma Rho.
So we have a partnership. Sigma Gamma Rho has a partnership with USA Swimming, and our goal is really to educate our African American women to learn how to swim, because we hear the statistics of if your mom doesn't know how to swim, there's only a 13% chance that you're going to learn how to swim. When you hear those statistics, you got to make a change. And Sigma Gamma Rho stepped up to the plate and said, let's do this. Mm-hmm. So they partnered with USA Swimming. We host several clinics throughout the country throughout the year, and we really just want to encourage women to get to the pool. It's not about finding the next Olympian, but it's about instilling that education about these drowning statistics and then making sure they're getting that first step and introduction into water safety.
And then they can pass that on down to the children and everything in the community.
Absolutely.
That gives us more water comfortable people who can continue to pass the skill around.
Absolutely.
Right? The what is your hope that when you came to this conference that you would take from this conference, and has that been fulfilled?
I think that one of the great things about this organization is that we're about supporting each other. I know when I started swimming, we didn't have an organization like this. There wasn't other people that looked like me in the sport. I basically competed in a sport was majority white. And it's great to see an organization together now that's
large
really,
majority.
Yeah,
especially at your level.
Right. It's really about creating that base. We have to create that support system that really makes every accomplishment a win, and we're all part of a family, and we're all trying to push each other to the next level.
When you participated in an Olympic and got a medal, the next day, how did your life change?
I will say that I think my life has changed a lot more in the last couple years than it did after the Olympics. I think when I made the Olympic team in 2004, it was an amazing accomplishment for me, and I knew that I was going to become a role model. That was something that I absolutely wanted to take on.
Embraced it.
I absolutely embraced it, and did a lot of events here and there, but when I met Sigma Gamma Rho, it took it to the next level. I was actually reaching the community that I always wanted to, and talking directly to African American women, African American children who really need to get that exposure to swimming.
Now, you're a member of Sigma Gamma Rho, right?
I am.
Was that undergrad or grad? Or
I was actually inducted as an honorary member in 2012.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. And those earring and the jewelry kind of signify some of your colors. I'm picking up on all of that.
Maybe.
Right, okay.
Go blue and gold.
Let's talk early on about how you first got into swimming.
You know, for me, swimming was actually an introduction to a medical remedy. I was diagnosed with scoliosis at the age of 6, and my doctor recommended either swimming or gymnastics. And growing up in San Juan, Puerto Rico, I was surrounded by water, and my mom said, let's try swimming. And that's really where the introduction came. I always loved the water. And, you know, throughout the years, I definitely wasn't the best athlete in the pool every single time right when I started, but I grew up to continue to strive and excel in my sport and get to the Olympics after several years.
Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico, and that gives me the opportunity to say specifically I love Old San Juan.
Yes.
And I got a chance to go up to the rainforest and spend some time at the El Conquistador Hotel over there. I don't know if you had come back to the States by then. I was doing a lot of scuba diving over in Puerto Rico, the West Wall, the East Wall, and all that stuff back in the day. What are you seeing now in terms of competitive swimming, in terms of the diversity pertaining there too? I know you may see some people coming up in the pipeline, and then you've seen some accomplishments like Simone, but what's going on there in the vast scheme of things in competitive swimming in terms of diversity, African Americans who are on the rise?
You know, I think when I was swimming, I was one of the very few that were in the pool that looked like me. That was African American. There might have been a handful of us at nationals. Now I continue to go to those national meets, and we're seeing more and more of us. I mean, we're coming in herds now. You know, it used to be just a couple of us here and there. Now we're in herds, and especially with Simone Manuel getting a gold medal in the 2016 Olympic Games. We've now turned over to people of color are interested in learning about swimming. You know, they're like, oh, Simone got a gold medal. Oh, my goodness, at the top level. And, you know, how do I get involved? I don't know how to swim, or I've never been exposed to swim. They're Googling, where are swim teams at? And where can I get water safety? Where can I do scuba lessons? Where can I become a lifeguard? It's sparking a conversation that we haven't had before in our communities. And
a person like you, were you there at that Olympic Games, or were you watching Simone on television?
I wasn't at Olympic Games, but I was at Olympic trials when Simone and Leah made the Olympic team in 2016, and it was an amazing experience. I was at home watching her, and I still remember watching the TV and Simone getting that gold medal. All emotions ran through me, I'm sure for you too. And then when she hopped out the water, the first thing she recognized was the people who came before her. And she mentioned my name, and that was just one of those moments where I was like, what? Did she just say my name? Oh my God.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's so cool.
Impact.
It's so cool, yeah.
Have you spoken to her since then? And can you, I'm getting all the, tell us how that conversation went.
Yeah, you know, I've watched Simone swim the last several years, and we've kept in contact through email, through phone. I text her. As soon as she made that Olympic gold medal, I was sure to pick up the phone and leave her a long message. I don't even know if she got it to this day, but I left this long message telling her congratulations, and you know, so proud of her. And then I still continue to stay in touch with her every time I see her. And
I like that supportive way you are with her, and I also like that you were just as proud for her as everybody else was for her, and that goes a long ways, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because you were kind of out there all along, and when you were doing what you were doing.
I was. You know, when I was swimming at the Olympic trials, and I made the team, I said I'm glad to be the first, but I don't want to be the last. And I'm glad to see athletes like Leah Neal and Simone Manuel, and we have several other African American women, especially even on the men's side. Reese Whitley. I mean, I can go on and on about the great athletes that are coming down the pipeline, and it's going to be a great 2020 Games. That you never know how many of us you'll see out there.
What's it like to get out of that swimming suit and get into the elegance of the night?
You know, it's nice to get your hair done every now and then, not have to shove it in a swim cap. So it's nice to get dressed up and get ready for a beautiful gala like we're going to have tonight.
Well, it's been a thrill to get a moment to talk to you. Of course, you know I got a little swimming background myself, but I wanted to certainly make this all about you, and we're glad also that you joined us as a board member for the Diversity in Aquatics.
Thank you so much for having me, Lee. I appreciate it.
And keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.